Debbie? Debbie! I've come to read you a poem I've written.
Alright, whatever.
Oh, Debbie, I wish my words could fly from my heart into you.
My friend, you'll never find a lady's favor with paltry sentiments such as these. If you wish to win this woman's heart, you must reach out and speak unto her very being.
But I never know what to say to her.
A lover must speak with audacity, with passion, with courage, with wit. Your words climbing on each other's shoulders, surmounting the cool night air, and then tumbling gently into her ears.
How do I do that?
Perhaps I can teach you. Alors, return to your battlefield of love and repeat after me. Oi, Debbie!
Oi, Debbie!
Louder, she is watching EastEnders.
Oi, Debbie!
What do you want?
And so the dance begins. Tell her you want her to stop being such a bitch.
I want you to stop being such a bitch.
What?
She looks annoyed.
Ah, but she has turned off the telly. You have her now, mon ami. Ask her if she's bloody coming out or what.
Are you bloody coming out or what?
Now spit. Bravo.
Out where?
Well, there's a great new play on at the National, actually, so we... Oh!
Idiot!
Did you say a play? Are you queer or something?
No, I said I've got these tickets for the X Factor live tour.
And what makes you think I want to go with you?
Tell her because she loves it.
That doesn't even make sense as an answer.
Do it. Say because you love it.
Because you love it.
I beg your pardon?
Now call her a dirty girl.
Oh, that's just sexist.
No, she will think it is cheeky.
You're a dirty girl.
Oi, you cheeky bastard.
Ask her if she'd rather you gave the tickets to Carrie Richards instead.
Would you rather I give the tickets to Carrie Richards?
Who the hell is Carrie Richards?
Who the hell is Carrie Richards?
She's a girl you got pregnant 18 months ago.
She's a girl I got pregnant 18 months ago.
You'll give them to her instead of the child support.
That's terrible.
What's terrible?
Nothing.
Look, I'll be down in 5 minutes. I just got to put some makeup on.
Tell her she needs it.
I'm not saying that.
You need it, you ugly cow.
You are such a cheeky git. Come up and I'll call us a minicab.
All right, but you're paying.
Yeah, all right.
Allez, allez, mon brave, the pigeon, it is nearly in the pot.
Actually, you know what? I mean, thanks for the help and everything, but now I've talked to Debbie, I'm not sure if I really like her that much.
Matter, she'll be all right for the night.
I'm not really into that kind of relationship. I think she might have some self-esteem issues, allowing herself to be treated like that. What the hell? I don't even do...
You coming in or what, you gormless bastard?
Actually...
Oh, nice candy, thank God. Oh, naughty boy. Let's at least get a line in first.
Very well. They're coming. Now we'll see how these Russians deal with a crack SS division.
Hans?
Have courage, my friend.
Yeah, Hans, I've just noticed something.
These communists are all cowards.
Have you looked at our caps recently?
Our caps?
The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit?
They've got skulls on them. Have you noticed that our caps have actually got little pictures of skulls on them?
I don't,
Hans, are we the baddies?
Let's see. We should be able to hold them at this point here, at least for a few hours.
And why skulls, though?
What?
Why skulls?
Well, maybe they're the skulls of our enemies.
Maybe. But is that how it comes across? I mean, it doesn't say next to the skull, you know, yeah, we killed him, but trust us, this guy was horrid.
Well, no, but...
I mean, what do skulls make you think of? Death, cannibals, beheading, pirates.
Pirates are fun.
I didn't say we weren't fun, but fun or not, pirates are still the baddies. I just can't think of anything good about a skull.
What about pure Aryan skull shape?
even that is more usually depicted with the skin still on. Whereas the Allies...
No, you haven't been listening to Allied propaganda. Of course they're going to say we're the bad guys.
But they didn't get to design our uniforms. And their symbols are all, you know, quite nice. Stars, stripes, lions, sickles.
What's so good about a sickle?
Well, nothing. And obviously, if there's one thing we've learnt in the last 1,000 miles of retreat, is that Russian agriculture is in dire need of mechanisation.
Tell me about it.
But you've got to say, it's better than a skull. I mean, I really can't think of anything worse as a symbol than a skull.
A rat's anus?
Yeah, and if we were fighting an army marching under the banner of a rat's anus, I'd probably be a lot less worried, Hans.
Okay. So...
In the name of Vectron, I bring you greeting, Chancellor.
Vectron be with you, Ambassador, and may the power of Vectron bring prosperity to your house.
Here, here, by Vectron.
What news of our galactic endeavor?
Vectron smiles upon us, Chancellor.
By Vectron's eyes, I'm glad to hear it.
Indeed, our endeavor proceeds as if Vectron himself was helping.
As I'm sure he is by Vectron's golden wings.
Praise Vectron! In the name of Vectron, I ask for further mandate to pursue the endeavor.
By Vectron, you shall have it, and gladly.
I thank you and take my leave. For Vectron.
For Vectron!
Indeed, these are joyous times by Vectron.
I agree by Vectron's beard.
Excellent.
Chancellor,
Yes.
who's Vectron?
What?
This Vectron we all keep mentioning. Who is he?
Don't you know by Vectron?
No. You see, about 3 weeks ago I was ill. So one Thursday I was away, and then when I came back on the Friday morning, it was all Vectron, Vectron, Vectron. And no one's really explained.
Just 3 weeks ago? But Vectron is eternal. He is the end, the beginning, the circle.
Honestly, Steve, none of us had ever said the word Vectron in our lives until I took that day off.
Maybe you're right. I think it's really Tim you should be talking to. I'm pretty sure he started it.
Okay.
Glad greeting, Vice Sky Marshal, by Vectron's name.
I thank you by Vectron's kindly claw.
Yeah, Tim, Pete had a question for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, all this, Vectron stuff, that was you, was it?
I don't think so. Isn't it the scrolls? The ancient scrolls of Vectron, written by Vectron himself in the first age of Vectron.
No, Pete says it all started 3 weeks ago when he was ill.
Well, maybe. But I'm sure there was something about scrolls. Didn't Jeff find the scrolls? Jeff? The scrolls, was that you?
I don't think I ever saw any scrolls.
Right, because this is an interesting question, because we have been talking a lot about Vectron, and quite rightly, Pete wants to know why.
No, totally. But by Vectron,
Yeah, shall we just leave that until we sort this?
Right, so who was the first person to say Vectron?
See, I really thought it was you, Tim.
No. I did lose my plectrum a few weeks ago. I was asking around. Do you think plectrum, Vectron? It's not very likely.
I think it's that.
yeah, it's probably that.
I suppose we must all have seemed a bit daft.
No.
Well, I feel a bit daft, I must say.
No, it sounded good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Right then. No more Vectron.
Okay.
Life seems a bit empty now, without Vectron.
Yeah, it does a bit.
I miss Vectron.
Me too.
I think, actually, even I miss Vectron a bit.
Oh, that's nice.
Look, why don't we just open some wine and see if we can get back into it?
Might be worth a try. By Vectron?
By Vectron's knees, let's crack open the Chablis! For Vectron! 999,992! Prepare yourself, brothers, it's almost time!
Then, if I may, a few words. Brothers, when we, with hope and fear in our hearts, first set up massiveyachts.co.uk, I dare swear we little bethought we would one day be preparing to celebrate the arrival of the 1 millionth intrepid Webbernaut to our virtual emporium.
999,996?
Indeed, and what better spur to our legendary generosity is there than this mathematical milestone?
I heartily concur. Brothers, it is once more time to give away a massive yacht.
999,999? Here we go! 1 million!
Hooray! Quickly, deploy the pop-up.
Pop-up deployed!
Oh, to see their little face now. The initial confusion turning to wonderment and delight as it dawns upon them that the round numberiness of their visit has been justly rewarded with a massive yacht.
Oh, that's odd.
What?
They've closed the pop-up.
What?
Yes, just closed it.
They must have meant to click on it and accidentally hit the corner with the X in instead. What an awful mistake!
No. You see, when designing the pop-up, that very eventuality occurred to me. And as a fail-safe, I made sure that the first few times you try to close one, another one pops up even bigger. And yet, they've closed all 19 of them.
Why? Do they not want a massive yacht?
Who wouldn't want a massive yacht?
Maybe they already have a massive yacht.
But even then, surely it's just common courtesy to thank us for our generous gift and explain why it must be regretfully declined.
Surely, but just to close the pop-up.
Without a word of thanks.
It's so rude. Well, we'll offer it to the 1,000,001th customer then, shall we?
No, that would just look stupid. The gesture is ruined.
Do we even want the massive yacht ourselves anymore? Will it not always be to us a bitter reminder of the ingratitude of man?
True enough. Mr. Staybaker, scuttle the massive yacht. Brothers, all aboard our massive lifeboat.
I'm afraid, sir, we still have a problem with Detective Harrison.
Yes, Mr. Harrison has an irritating talent for disrupting my arrangements.
Would you like me to have him removed?
Yes, perhaps. Perhaps it would be better if Mr. Harrison were taken out of the picture.
Sorry, guys, you're doing it again.
What, Alan?
Have him removed. Take him out of the picture. I thought we agreed at the meeting that these terms are needlessly ambiguous.
I suppose.
We all agreed that from now on, when we want someone murdered, i.e. deliberately killed to death, then that's what we're going to say.
Look, everyone knows what we mean.
Well, on this occasion, perhaps. I mean, that was an order to murder Detective Harrison, right?
He has become a nuisance.
Right, but a nuisance we should murder. Is that it? I mean, my nephew's a nuisance, but you see what I mean?
Yes, yeah, all right.
Well, can you say it then, please?
Okay, please deal with the Harrison situation.
You see, that's no good.
Oh, that was perfectly clear.
Oh, what are you talking about, Keith? This is going to be Let's Hope Professor Ritson Meets with a Little Accident all over again. We spent 9 months hoping that Professor Ritson would meet with an accident before Leslie made it clear it was an accident we were supposed to make happen.
All right, you've made your point. You two get on with your work now.
Oh, murdering?
Yes. Oh, and Alan. Perhaps I'll see you later for a little light refreshment?
Do you mean anal sex?
Yes.
All right.
So, as you know, we've just discovered that there are aliens because of that spaceship with aliens in that crashed, and they've got super advanced technology, and it's all massively frightening.
So, what's the plan?
Well, keep it all a complete secret from everybody if at all possible.
Yes, of course. Although, why?
Well, if everybody knew that there were aliens, they might try and help us research or defend against them.
Why don't we want that?
Just general sort of, well, it's nice to have secrets, isn't it?
Plus, the government is very keen that nobody should blame them for there being aliens.
People do that?
Well, they will when the aliens invade and they find out that we've known all along and could have been enlisting support all over the world in an effort to defend against them. There'll be hell to pay then, so...
Yeah, cross that bridge when we come to it. In the meantime, let's keep the existence of aliens, which is in no way our fault, or, at this point, exclusively our problem, a complete secret.
How?
Well, we did catch a break there, actually. Fortunately, the aliens landed somewhere very remote, which is also a well-known top-secret army base.
Thank God for that. So we can hide away the dead aliens in that facility. We can also do an autopsy on them there and not tell anyone the results.
Yes, and just to make sure that nobody ever finds out, we should film it.
Agreed.
Is there any other way that people can find out? I mean, between now and the alien invasion for which we'll leave the world unprepared.
Well, they do keep abducting people for weird sex.
Oh dear. Well, the compelling nature of the evidence those people are going to come back to Earth with is something we can do nothing about.
Yes, well, we'll just have to pray that by good fortune there continue to be no independent witnesses.
The other problem is that quite a few excellent black and white photographers have pictures of what can pretty much only be spaceships.
I hate to be a skeptic, but why are we doing any of this?
Well, it doesn't really make sense, does it? But it's just the sort of thing that generally governments do. So, we're all agreed that that's the best way to do it?
Absolutely. It's so simple. No messing around with poison-tipped umbrellas or snipers. We just get a chauffeur drunk.
Slightly drunk.
And assume that he'll crash the car.
Yeah. As long as we pay for a bunch of motorcycling photographers to harass him, I'm sure that'll happen.
And the good news is that that only involves swearing another 15 or so people to perpetual silence.
Yes. Plus, people always die in car crashes, don't they?
Yes, always. And people who drive over the limit always crash. What we're organising here, my friends, is a watertight hit. My only worry is that it'll look so much like a murder that people will suspect.
Well, that is the risk we run by doing it this way. It will be totally obvious that it's an assassination. But remember what the Duke of Edinburgh said when he came in here to MI6 to give us our orders. I don't mind carrying the lifelong suspicion of murder on my shoulders as long as you kill her in such a way that absolutely nothing can go wrong.
Induced tipsy car crash it'll have to be then. It simply can't fail. Unless she wears a seatbelt.
No, she won't. She's unprovably pregnant, remember? Women recently impregnated by the only man they've ever loved are notoriously slapdash about their personal safety.
So, Dart, you're our best troubleshooter. Is there anything that we've missed?
I've just got one little niggle. Why are we doing this?
Well, because Prince Philip told us to. It's well known that the nation's security services are still pretty much at the beck and call of the royal family. This is top priority. The IRA can do whatever they like this weekend, let me tell you.
And why is he doing it?
Well, because she's so popular. She's beautiful and everyone loves her. We need to kill her now so that people will go off her.
Of course.
I mean, just think about it. If she's left alive to age as gracefully as one can while bringing up the bastard grandchild of a delusional Egyptian businessman, then the public's just going to love her more and more.
You're quite right. As her appearance wrinkles and sags and she occasionally makes a vacuous remark about something complicated, people's hatred for the rest of the royal family will only intensify.
Whereas, if she's dead, she'll be forgotten in a week.
Yes, of course. You've made me feel very naive.
Hello? Oh. Life imitating art, I suppose. Right. Well, thank you. Well, you can stand down, everyone. That all just happened by accident.
Well, don't tell Prince Philip. We'll still get our fee.
Wouldn't it be great to make everyone think we'd landed on the moon? That'd show the Soviets.
What would it show them?
Well, they'd think we'd landed on the moon and they'd be all afraid. Do this right and the Cold War could be over by 1971.
Why don't we just release the footage of the Mars landings?
No, it's vitally important that we keep the successful mission to Mars a secret. But I've got a hunch that if we pretend to have landed on the moon, that will be in some way intimidating.
Will people believe us?
Oh, I'm sure they will, to the extent that we won't even need to bother to pay much attention to detail with regard to flags and shadows and so on. Dart, you're the top spy in the Secret Service when it comes to misleading footage. What do you suggest?
Well, to start with, of course, we'll need to build a massive rocket.
Why? We're not actually going to the moon. Sorry, I thought that was the point. Have I got this wrong?
We'll need a massive rocket because the first question people will ask when we show them the footage of the moon will be, how did you get there? So we'll have to be able to say, we went in that massive rocket you saw.
So we're not actually going to make any kind of saving in terms of the cost of a massive rocket?
No, but we will be making a saving on the cost of actually going to the moon.
True. And what costs are involved in actually going to the moon?
Well, the main one, to be honest, is the massive rocket.
Any others?
Well, other than that, it's mainly catering.
So we'll make a saving on that?
Well, no. In fact, it'll probably be more expensive to cater for an entire film crew for the duration of a shoot than it would be to feed 3 astronauts.
So, I'm just wondering, we'll still have to build the massive rocket capable of going to the moon?
We will have to do that, yes.
So I was just thinking, if we've built the moon rocket, might it not be cheaper to just pop to the moon and fake the footage there?
Fake the footage of the fake moon landing on the moon? What if people found out?
That's a risk we're just going to have to take.
Forgive the blindfold, Mr. Cooch. An unfortunate necessity, I fear. I bid you welcome to the new headquarters of my organization.
Yeah, very nice. Call me Ryan.
Alas, I abhor informality. To business. Permit me to outline for you, if I may, the amusements I wish you to realize for me. This wall, for example. A sturdy and unyielding wall, wouldn't you say? But what I require, Mr. Cooch, is a cunning mechanism whereby pressure applied to a lever camouflaged as, shall we say, this volume of Miss Katie Price's Being Jordan, will rotate the entire wall to reveal on its dexter side, well, that need not concern you. Is that clear?
You want it not through?
No, you misapprehend me. The wall must remain, yet rotate. It must be there, yet not there.
You want a hatch?
No, Mr. Cooch, not a hatch. I wish for the entire wall to rotate, turn upon its axis, roundy round.
Why?
I just do.
Right, well, can't be done, I'm afraid. This is a load-bearing wall.
Nevertheless.
No, I mean, if it was this wall that you wanted to, what, rotate, is it?
Yes, rotate.
Well, it would be a huge job, but I think there's a way you could do it.
Well, somewhat less impressive, but the roaring fire lends a certain je ne sais quoi.
No, the fire'd have to go.
By no means. It is integral to the effect that the fire burns merrily in the grate as the wall turns.
Look, mate, if you rotate a wall with a burning fire in it, the effect that you'll get is a room full of smoke. I can't revolve the chimney, mate. It's down to health and safety.
Forgive my levity, Mr. Cooch, but when you come to know me better, you will learn that neither health nor safety are among my primary concerns.
Look, if you want to rotate this wall, here's what you need to do. Fireplace decommissioned, yellow and black edging around all moving sections, clear, well-lit signage saying, warning, this wall may revolve.
I begin to find you tiresome, Mr. Cooch.
Don't get personal, mate. It's not me with the bonkers interior designer.
Look, if not a revolving wall, then how about a nice, simple trapdoor?
Trapdoor? Yeah, it sounds possible.
Excellent. Well, I want them under each of these seats with chutes leading down to a tank full of ravenous piranhas.
Fair enough. We'll have that done by Tuesday.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the true purpose of the Calippo organization. Now, doubtless, this may come as a shock to some of you. So let me assure you, if any of you have any moral qualms about my little proposition, you're more than welcome to simply walk away. So, any niggling little doubts?
Yes, I thought that all sounded a bit... So, I might go, if that's all right. But I won't tell anyone, I swear.
No, Hugo. I know you won't.
Well, no, I won't.
I'm quite sure you won't.
What's that?
Nothing. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, so am I free to go?
Yes. Just sit tight for a moment, though. We need to talk about your redundancy package. Why isn't it?
Because you need to press the other button.
God, yeah.
Sorry, what's going on?
Nothing. Now we can forward date your pension to...
Attention. Trapdoor number 3 is about to open. Please clear the area.
Trapdoor? Is there a trapdoor?
No, it's just an emergency drill. You sit tight.
Trapdoor 3 is about to open. Please clear the area.
I think I might go.
No, stay. But we haven't talked about what sort of a leaving bash you might...
Trapdoor 3 now opening.
Oh, terrific.
Truly, this is an historic day. Their gracious majesty's confidence in humble Columbus is vindicated. There is a western route to the Indies, and therefore I hereby name these islands the West Indies.
East Indies.
What?
East Indies, surely.
What are you talking about? We sailed west to find them, didn't we? They're to the west of us. Therefore, they're the West Indies.
Yeah, but I thought the whole point was that we were proving that the world is a globe. So if these truly are the Indies, which incidentally is something else I'd quite like to talk to you about at some point, but assuming they are the Indies, then they must be the East Indies, the most easterly point of the Indies. Do you see?
Do you see this?
It's your hat.
What kind of hat?
Captain's hat.
What does that make me?
Captain.
Yes, it does. And what does that make these?
The West Indies.
Bingo.
So, Sir Walter, the new world lies at our feet. And have you given any thought, I wonder, as to what to call it?
We shall name it, of course, after our beloved Queen.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, sir.
Let it pass and hail to this glorious land, Virginia. What?
Who's Virginia?
Why, the Queen of England, you dog.
Oh, right. Except, I don't know how to put this, but she's not called Virginia, is she? She's called Elizabeth.
I'm well aware of that, but she is, I trust you will agree, a virgin.
Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, I'm sure she is, but do we really want to name a country after that fact?
Well, why not?
Well, it seems a bit rude.
Rude? How so rude?
Well, you know, to other nations, bringing up the fact that our Queen's never done it seems a bit personal. They might not want to know.
Okay, well, maybe I'll have a think about it. Oh, hang on. Remind me, who's the captain?
You are.
And whose boat is it?
Your boat.
Yeah, and who is it that decides what we call the, you know...
You do.
Do I?
Yes.
Do I really?
Yes.
Welcome to Virginia.
What news, number 1?
Captain, the Lord has delivered us to a truly wondrous land. Lush subtropical plains stretching as far as the eye can see. It's 90 degrees in the shade, even though it's November. There are herds of 7-foot-tall, two-legged creatures bouncing across the landscape at tremendous speeds.
Yes. Do you know where it reminds me of? Wales.
Wales? Really, sir?
Oh, yes. Do you think?
What, the vast terra incognita with fauna and flora hitherto undreamt of by sights puts you in mind of nothing so much as Rill.
No, of course not. Not North Wales. That's ridiculous. It's nothing like North Wales. No, South Wales, of course. The resemblance is uncanny.
Right. Does this mean you're going to name it what I think you're going to name it?
Well, I don't know. Remind me, who's the captain?
You are.
And who's got the captain's hat, the captain's table, the captain's cabin, and the captain's log?
You have all of them, sir.
Well, I tell you what, number one, you're an ambitious man. Why don't you decide what we call it?
I think we should call it New South Wales.
Good name.
Greenland?
Whatever!
Hey, you want to make a bit of money? You should do what I did. Get into farming. See this? I got this selling corn. Comes out of the fucking ground. I couldn't believe it. You see that? It's made of chicken. It's actually made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Or don't kill it. Fucking eggs come out of their arses. Fucking hell. You know sheep? Bit woolly. It's wool! Pull it off, sell it, fucking grows back again. You cannot lose. Brilliant. Don't even need an alarm clock. Unbelievable. It's only 5 in the morning, and I'm right where I work. And while the other poor sod's struggling in on the tube, I'm gonna go and get some milk out of a cow. Who's a jammy bastard? Look at all this milk. I'm gonna make a fucking fortune.